Hi, I'm Lynsey and welcome to Intuition Yoga. Today's practice is going to be a really special practice. It's a practice for self-healing. So maybe you're a Reiki practitioner or maybe you're trained in some other healing therapy. Even if you're not trained in any sort of healing therapy, you can just set the intention that this practice is about self-healing and it's spending some time just to kind of really honour yourself and really care for yourself. I'm also a Reiki practitioner, so I've also set the intention that every time anyone completes this practice, they'll get a dose of healing from me as well. So like I said, today's practice is a very special practice. I'm not going to be using any props, but I would encourage you to have props close by just so that you feel really well supported. So you might want to have a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, you could use large books or you could use furniture to prop yourself up as well at any point if you feel like you need that. So just now, just find a comfortable seat and allow your eyes to softly close if this is comfortable to you. And just begin to connect with your breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. And inhales and exhales equal length. And this is the breathing that we'll maintain throughout our practice today. And now begin to visualise at the base of your spine, right at the tailbone. Begin to visualise some roots growing out of your tailbone. And these roots are growing deep into the earth. Just visualise your roots growing deeper and deeper, breaking off into thinner, more spindly roots, really grounding you down here. And as you feel your roots grow deeper and deeper, feel yourself in the present moment and sense how grounded and calm you feel. And now with every inhale, drawing energy up from the earth, really connecting to these roots and drawing this energy up. And with every exhale, allow your roots to sink even deeper. And once you feel like you're firmly planted in place, supported by your roots, on the next inhale, draw the energy up and now allow this energy to fill your whole body. And on the exhale, allow it to spill out of the crown of your head and surround you in the most magnificent healing bubble. And as you sit here, connected to your roots and surrounded by your glorious healing bubble, setting the intention that the energy that we work with today will flow in the way that is for the greatest and highest good. Whether we think of this universal energy as prana or ki or chi, just knowing that we are dealing with all of the same thing. It's all universal energy. And it is all going to flow for the greatest and highest good of all. And you may now want to invite any spiritual guides, perhaps a Reiki guides that you might work with, to support you during this practice today. This may not be appropriate for you, and that's totally fine also. Just inviting the support of any guides that you wish to just now. And if they are not already, bring your palms face up in your lap. Begin to sense this energy now flow through you, connecting into your own energy. Performing any rituals that you normally would to connect in. And at this point you may want to use any Reiki symbols that call to you. And I would invite you to use any symbols throughout this practice that you are drawn to. Remembering always to honour the intuitive wisdom within you. And now bring your palms up to cover your eyes. And feel the energy flow out your palms, offering healing to yourself. Allowing the shoulders to relax here. And now softly blink the eyes open. Bring your palms face down onto your knees. And we're ready to begin. So starting off in a tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, fingertips spread wide. And from here, inhale, open your heart towards the front of the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Cow pose. And on the exhale, push the ground away from you. Tuck your chin into your chest. Round through the whole spine. Cat pose. And we'll flow through these two poses with our breath. Inhale, come into cow, energetically drawing the wrists and knees together. Abs engaged. And on the exhale, come into cat. Lengthen the tailbone between the knees. Push the ground away from you, push the tops of the feet into the mat. One more round, inhale, cow pose. Just warming up the spine, allowing our energy to flow freely through us. And then exhale, come to cat pose. From here, sink the heels, the hips back onto the heels. Knees can either be together or slightly widened. Walk the palms forward, resting in child's pose. Forehead can come down to the mat or onto a block. And you can always place a blanket between the hips and heels if that is more comfortable for you. From here, bringing the hands onto the crown of the head. Throughout this practice, any time our hands make contact with the body, just feeling this universal energy flow from our hands and filling up our entire body. You are a vessel for healing. And the most important person that you can heal in this moment is yourself. Bring the hands now to the back of the neck. Perhaps you feel heat and tingling as this energy flows, and perhaps you don't. Try not to think too much about it, and just knowing that given this time for yourself, the healing will be occurring. Bring the palms back onto the mat. Push into the palms to come up and back into tabletop position. Once more. Inhale to find length in the spine here. Exhale, step the right foot in between the palms. Feet hip width distance apart. Low lunge, inhale, raise the arms up. Palms might come to touch, maybe looking up. Exhale, palms back down to the mat. Curl the left toes under. Lift the left knee off the mat. Plant the left palm down. Inhale, right arm up. Easy twist. Exhale, right arm down. Keeping the hips square. Inhale, raise the arms up. High lunge. Palms together, and then draw them down to the centre of your heart. Placing the left hand on your heart, right hand on top of left. Sending this healing energy to your heart space. Inhale, raise the arms back up. Exhale, plant the palms. Drop the left knee to the mat. And then step the right leg back to tabletop position. Inhale, find more length in the spine, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tailbone. Exhale, step the left leg through this time, hip width apart. Inhale, lift the arms up, palms come to touch, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, arms down, curl the right toes under, lift the right knee off the mat. Plant the right palm down. Left arm rises. Exhale, plant the left palm down. Inhale, arms reach, palms come to touch, and draw them down to heart centre. This time placing the right palm over the heart and the left palm on top of the right. Just recognising the importance of this practice, especially for those of us who spend a lot of time healing others. It can be easy to neglect ourselves, but remembering that we cannot truly heal others unless we start with ourselves first. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant them down. Come back to tabletop position. From here, sink your hips onto your heels and just roll up very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Head is the last thing to come up. Step at the top of the mat. Tadasana pose. Feet hip width distance apart. Really reconnect to those roots here. Sensing the roots now come out the bottom of your feet, grounding you in your mountain pose. With every inhale, drawing energy up through your roots. And with every exhale, feel this energy flow through your entire body. Bring your palms together at heart center. Inhale, Exhale, step back with the right foot. Make sure that your left heel is in line with the arch of your right foot. Inhale, find length here. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Press through the outer edge of your right foot. Make sure your left knee is tracking over the middle toe and that your knee does not go beyond your ankle. Warrior two. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over, side angle pose. Left arm comes to your thigh. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. From here, bring your right hand to the inside of your right thigh and lift the left arm up, reverse warrior. And now with our breath, we'll flow between these two poses. So inhale, side angle, exhale, inhale, warrior two, reverse warrior. Back to warrior two, shoulders over hips. And from here, bring your right hand round to your left ribs and bring your left hand onto your right shoulder, just giving yourself a hug. Really strong in the lower body as you feel this energy course through your upper body, sending healing to anywhere that may need it. Back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left leg, spin the left toes in. Bringing your legs about one leg distance apart. Your toes are pointing slightly in, heels pointing out, so you're kind of hen-toed here. Press through the outside edge of both feet. Inhale to find length in the spine, and exhale, fold forward at the waist. We'll pause halfway so that our torso is parallel to the floor. Bring your hands onto your low back here and just sense this energy now, healing into the low back space. Release the hands to the mat as you fold all the way down, perhaps placing your hands on a block or to the mat, whatever feels good for you. Remember to press through the outside edge of both feet, and it's okay to keep a small bend in the knees here. Allowing anything that no longer serves you to just spill out of the crown of the head. Releasing that now. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth with a sigh. Bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale, bring the torso back up, pause halfway for one breath. Crown of head lengthens away from tailbone. Inhale, come back up. From here, point your right toes to what is the back of your mat. Make sure your right heel is in line with the arch of your left foot parallel to the back of the mat, well, what is the top of the mat. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, sink into your warrior two. Tailbone lengthens in between the heels. Feel as if you're energetically drawing your legs together, as if you want to bubble up in the centre of your mat. Breathe through your entire torso here. On the next inhale, come to side angle pose. Reach your left arm up and over. On the next inhale, come back up to warrior two. And then bring the left arm down the left leg, right arm comes up, reverse warrior. And we'll flow between these two poses now, just with the breath, nice and slow. Taking your time, there's no need to rush. Back to warrior 2. And from here, bring your left arm round to your right ribs, right arm onto your left shoulder, allowing this healing light to fill your torso once more. And even if you're not trained in any sort of healing therapy, it can always feel nice to give yourself a hug. Back to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten the right leg, spin the right toes in. Again, finding that kind of hen-toed position. Inhale to find length in the spine. Exhale, fold forward, pausing halfway once more. And this time, keep your hands on your hips. Lengthen the crown of the head away from the tailbone, keeping a flat back. Shoulders relaxed. And we carry so many emotions in our hips. This is an excellent place to send some healing. Release the palms down to the mat or onto some blocks. And one last chance to allow anything else you would like to let go of to spill out of the crown of your head right now. For when we let go of what we no longer need, we make space for the new to come in. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth with a sigh. Bring your hands back onto your hips. Inhale, lift up, pause halfway. Inhale and exhale. Inhale through the nose, come back up. From here, toe heel your feet together till they're about hip width distance apart. Bring your palms to your heart center. Come into a squat position. You can either sit on a block or come down to the mat. Everyone's bodies are different and different things feel more comfortable for different people. Press your elbows into your thighs and press your thighs into your elbows here. Allowing the eyes to close. From here, we'll allow our hips to sink down to the mat, planting the palms and just coming to find a tabletop position, slowly and mindfully. From tabletop, walk your hands. You might feel good to have them slightly wider than normal, just whatever feels good for you. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Fine to keep a nice bend in the knees here. Our goal is just to have a nice long spine. Might feel good to nod the head here, just making any adjustments that feel good. From here, rock forward into plank. Totally fine to drop the knees, or you can lower all the way down. From here, release the feet, press the tops of the feet into the mat, press your pubic bone into the mat and engage your core here. Feel the strength through the lower body. And on the next inhale, bring your hands, your chest off the mat, baby cobra. So you might not lift up very high here, and that's okay. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then push back into child's pose. Whichever variation feels good for you today. Walk the palms forward. Sink your hips to one side. Come to face the front of the mat from here. So bring your right leg long out to the side, flex through your right toes and flex through both sides of that right foot, so the kind of big toe side and the pinky toe side. And it's okay to keep a wee bend in that leg, that's fine. Bring your left foot just into the groin. And from here, bring your left hand onto your left ankle and your right hand to your right knee. Inhale here. And exhale through the nose. Sending healing to our ankle and knee here. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Bring the left hand behind you as your right arm sweeps up, hips rise, coming onto the left shin, planting the right foot into the ground. Exhale, come back down, switching sides. So right foot comes into the groin, left leg reaches long along the mat. Right hand to right ankle, left hand to left knee, keeping that left foot engaged and flexed. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, right hand comes behind you. Left arm reaches up and over. Pressing the hips forward. Baby wild thing. Exhale, come back down. Come to sit on your bum, feet out in front of you. Hold on to the backs of the legs here. Inhale, feel as if you have a cord reaching from your chest up to the ceiling. Really open through the heart here, draw your shoulders down and away from the ears. Core engaged. And from here, rock back into the tailbone, but not going beyond that. So you want to really be kind of balancing on your tailbone here. And then you can lift perhaps the right foot off the mat. Maybe then lift the left. And you can play with one foot at a time, or if you want to, you can try to rock back and lift both feet off the floor. If you have both feet lifted, keep them parallel to the mat. And remember to keep extending your chest. Keep the chin dipped. We're not overextending through the neck here. And if you fall, it's okay. Just finding your own sense of stability just now in our Navasana or boat pose. Bring the feet back to the mat. From here, roll all the way down onto your back. Slowly and mindfully. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees fall to each side and bring your hands onto your abdomen. Allowing universal healing energy now to fill your lower belly. Bring the knees back together. And bring the soles of the feet to the mat. From here, cross your right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Flex through the right foot. You might want to stay here, or you might want to reach through, grab a hold of the back of the left thigh. And we did some poses that worked our lower body a bit today. So I'm sure the backs of your thighs will benefit from this healing energy just now. Really push the right knee away from you. Release the thigh, bring the left sole of the foot back down to the mat. Keeping your right foot where it is, bring your arms out into a T shape. Inhale, lift the hips off the mat, bring them a couple of inches over towards the right, and allow your legs now to fall over towards the left. Perhaps that right foot reaches the mat, and perhaps you use your left arm to push your knee away from you. If your foot doesn't reach the floor, you can bring it down onto a block, just whatever works for you just now. Inhale, lift the legs back up. Shift your hips back to the centre. Bring the right foot back down. And this time cross your left ankle across the right thigh. And let it overhang slightly, kind of shooting slightly past the thigh. Flex through the left toes. Push the left knee away from you. And maybe you draw the right knee into your chest. Holding on to the back of the right thigh. Release the thigh. Bring the right foot back to the mat. Arms can come out to a T shape once more, or perhaps a cactus shape works better for you. I prefer a T, but all our bodies are different. Inhale, lift the hips, move them a couple of inches over to the left. Before 11, your legs to drop to the right. Maybe your left foot comes down onto a block or onto the mat, and then push that left knee away from you. Inhale, bring your legs back up to center. From here, draw one knee into the chest, followed by the other, and just making any movements that feel good here. Trust in your intuition. Perhaps moving the knees away from you and then pulling them back in. Massaging the lower back. Perhaps taking some circles with the knees. One way and then the next. Or perhaps simply hugging the knees in and rocking side to side. Just trusting your own intuition and honouring what your body needs right now. And when you feel like you've made any final movements that you need to make, allowing yourself to now rest in Shavasana pose. Allowing the right leg to extend long along the mat, followed by the left. And really take up some space here in your Shavasana, so allow your feet to fall to each side. If you have something you can put under your legs, that's also really relaxing, so perhaps some cushions, a bolster, some pillows. And if not, don't worry. Press into the elbows to fold the shoulder blades underneath you. Allowing your breath to come back to its natural rhythm as you feel the entire body relax here on the mat. Just allowing your body to sink into the earth. Knowing that you are grounded and safe, and that your entire body is now filled with universal energy, and that it was you who made this happen. Now begin to deepen the breath. As you bring some movement back into the body, perhaps wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rubbing the thumb over the pads of all your fingers. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Big stretch from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Draw one knee into the chest, followed by the other. And just roll onto your right hand side, using your right arm as a pillow here. Keeping the eyes closed, stay here for one breath. Press the left arm into the mat. Slowly and mindfully push yourself up, keeping the eyes closed. Come to a seated position. From here, crossing your arms in front of you, and then bring both arms under the opposite armpit. So both hands come under the opposite armpit, releasing the thumbs to the front. This is called Pradadhirasana. And breathing like this helps us to balance both hemispheres of the brain and bring us back into balance. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. From here, release your hands, bring them out in front of you, and just feel your energy between your palms once more. Again, using any symbols you may feel called to in this moment. Bring your palms in front of your eyes. We'll finish with the Reiki precepts. Just for today, I will not anger. Bring the palms round to the temples. Just for today, I will not worry. Bring your palms to the back of the neck. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. And cross your arms in front of you. Bring your palms to both opposite knees. Just for today, I will be kind to all living things, including myself. And draw your palms together at your heart. Just for today, I will count my many blessings. Sending gratitude to the universal energy that was present with us today, whatever form that energy took. Just being grateful. Also sending gratitude to any guides who were present and who supported us on our journey today. And most importantly, feeling gratitude for ourselves. Gratitude to ourselves for being a vessel of healing, and also for taking the time to do this very special healing practice for ourselves. And as we hold this gratitude in our heart, we'll close this practice with one chant of Om. If you don't want to chant, that's okay, you can just listen, and you will still experience the benefits. Inhale to chant. Om. Namaste. Thank you for taking part in this practice today. I would love to hear how you found it, so please let me know in the comments below. And please also let me know if you would like to see more of these practices. I wasn't sure if this is something that people would resonate with, so it would be really great to hear your thoughts. Thank you for joining me in this practice, and thank you again for taking this time for yourself. Us as healers, we really need to take this time to nourish ourselves, because it's only through doing that that we can truly be of service to others. So whatever you do with the rest of your day, please make sure that you continue to be kind to yourself, because that is so important. Thank you again. Namaste.